There's a logjam at the top, and a few of the cellar dwellers are getting hot. New records have been set, and the favorites may not be such a great bet. Get ready for another episode of the longest running wiffle show on the web as we look back at the month of July. On this month in Wiffle Ball. The Mariners may be a team of destiny as they seemingly rack up wins with relative ease. They've only been swept once all season, and whether it's the big hits, great fielding, or outstanding pitching, they seem to have an answer for any situation, and they have also caught a few breaks. They missed Sean Ryan in their sweep over the Nats, and Week 8, when they take on the A's, they won't have to pitch to 2011 MVP Anthony Lando or face rookie sensation Jordan Robles. If they can get it done against the shorthanded A's, the Mariners could lock up a spot in the playoffs by the end of the day. The 10-4 A's haven't lost a game since early June, and it's due mostly to the hitting of Anthony Lando and the pitching of Jordan Robles. Lando has been a force for the A's lineup, driving in a third of their runs and hitting half of their home runs. At 10-1, Robles has been nothing short of incredible. He set a new league record of 34 consecutive scoreless innings and shut down the most potent lineup in the league on way to a sweep of the reigning champs. Are the A's now the team to beat? The Mets finally met their match Week 7 in a 2-game series against the A's. Mike Malfitas had trouble with his control early, and from there it went completely downhill. They left a ton of runners on base throughout the day, and aside from Galad's league-leading 11th home run, they weren't able to get that big hit that usually opens the floodgates. With the Marlins up next, it looks like the Mets may be back to their winning ways. But the Marlins are ready to roll. The Marlins got their first win in late June, and since then they haven't lost a game. Though it's been a total team effort with Garrett Torres and the Blickley brothers knocking the ball all over the park, it comes as no surprise that Palisades legend Pete Montanez is smack dab in the middle of this streak. Monty earned 2 wins and scored 7 runs in July. With the Mets up next, the playoff picture looks bleak for the Fish, but there are still some winnable games left on their schedule. And it doesn't hurt, they just picked up Chris Danner off waivers.
Nice pitch.
With the addition of waiver wire pickup Tony Guns Gonzalez, the Brewers thought they'd roll over the lowly last-place Marlins. But the Brew Crew's summer slump continues. Rookie standout Ryan McElrath was unavailable Week 7, so Joe Gallo took the carpet and quickly found himself in trouble. To make matters worse, they were unable to get anything done at the plate. Looking ahead, there are no easy games left on their schedule. But after racking up some wins in the first half of the season, the Brewers may get in the postseason regardless of how they finish. The Yankees were once darlings of the league, but after a lackluster showing Week 7, resulting in a sweep at the hands of the Dodgers, the Yankees could be a team going in the wrong direction. Since a 15-run outburst against the Brewers Week 5, the Yankees have scored a total of 3 runs. While their pitching has been solid, they've relinquished more than their fair share of runs via the walk. With perhaps the toughest schedule down the stretch, the Yankees will need at least a split against the Cardinals Week 8, or they may be in jeopardy of missing the playoffs altogether. Joe Schaefer carried the load early on for the Cardinals, but now that he's gone cold, it has all fallen on the shoulders of Bobby Daly. Daly has eaten up a vast majority of the innings for the struggling Cards and is pitching to a respectable 2.89 earned run average. His home run against the Rockies gave the Cards a much-needed win, and with one of the softest schedules down the stretch, they could make a run at the playoffs if the rest of the squad contributes. The 3-11 Nationals still have a glimmer of hope to make the playoffs, but after a devastating sweep at the hands of the rookie Mariners, it would be hard to make a case for the struggling Nats. Week 7, they were able to double their total run output for the year, but without the services of Sean Ryan, the Nationals were unable to hold a lead in either game, and a bevy of errors didn't do much to help their cause. They play their next 6 games against teams with losing records. If they can string some wins together, they still may have a shot at the 6th seed. It starts Week 8 against the surging Dodgers. Since the acquisition of perennial all-star Joey Maniscalco Week 5, the Dodgers have scored more runs than any team in the league. The pickup has even energized team owner Brett Bevilacqua, who has driven in 7 runs over his last 4 games. But the real story is Bill Murphy. Murphy no-hit the Yankees Week 7 and hasn't allowed a run over 11 innings. If the Dodgers keep driving in runs and Murphy can remain dominant on the carpet, the boys in blue could capture the 6th and final spot in the postseason. Week 8 will be the last start or starts for the Rockies' Dakota Kenny. Though Tim Trineri has proven he's got the stuff to start both games the rest of the way, the loss of DK's bat is a major concern for the anemic Rockies lineup. Kenny leads the club in most batting categories and will be hard to replace with a waiver pickup. Though they are locked for the postseason with another win, they had their sights set on either of the top 2 seeds and a bye in the first round of the playoffs. Here's a look at the standings with just 8 games left in the regular season. That's all for now. Join us next time as we look back at the month of August on the next episode of This Month in Wiffle Ball. Promotional consideration was paid for by Bailey's Smokehouse. Bailey's Smokehouse, the best barbecue east of the Mississippi.